everybody, and welcome to a special edition of Torrential Tom, our special winter forecast edition. Winter is starting very soon, December 21st officially, and what goes into a long range forecast, we look at a lot of previous decades of data, and we also look at different oscillations of the weather that affect the world as a whole and our area. So we're going to look at a few in this video that I use and many professionals use for their winter forecasts. We're going to start with the MaddenJulian Oscillation, or the MJO. Now the MJO is a major fluctuation in tropical circulation and rainfall that moves along the equator. This oscillation circles the globe in 30 to 60 days, and as shown in the picture on your screen, the green arrows are showing upward motion, which represents clouds forming and stormy and wet weather, low pressure systems. And then the brown arrows ahead of that are showing downward motion, or high pressure systems, sunny and dry weather. Now the effect on the US, it depends on the strength of the MJO in a certain phase. It is along the equator, so if it is weak, it does not really affect the US at all, especially the northern tier states, such as New York, New Jersey, Connecticut. Now, when it does affect us and it's in phase 1 and 2, we could see below average temperatures and a rise in moisture and possibly snow. In phases 5 and 6, we can see above average temperatures. Thus far, the forecast through December is for a weak MaddenJulian Oscillation. I do not see much of an effect on our winter of the MJO until about February, when we can maybe see an uptick in our snowfall. So we will move on. Now everybody knows El Nino, everybody knows La Nina. We'll start with El Nino. In an El Nino season, we have warming of water temperatures in the central and east central equatorial Pacific Ocean. We have an active southern jet stream, which is shown by the red arrow, which represents stormier and colder weather in the south, and those storms could ride up the coast and give us much more nor'easters, which is why statistically we have snowier winters in El Nino seasons. Unfortunately for you snow lovers, we are not in an El Nino season. We are in a moderate to strong La Nina season. Now we shift over to a map of La Nina, and you can see the jet streams a little further north, representing warmer weather in the south, drier weather in the south, colder weather for the mid-northern tier of the United States, the Dakotas, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan. But our area could still see a rise in moisture. As you can see, the jet stream is still showing storms can ride up the coast. And if we have cold weather in place, we can see some snowfall. The next thing we look at is the North Atlantic Oscillation, or the NAO. Shown in the image is a positive NAO. And then with the positive NAO, we have warmer weather in our area, as the Arctic ear is not allowed to sing far south. We go to the opposite and negative NAO, and you can see high pressure is allowing Arctic cold air to enter our location, and coastal storms are allowed to form and ride up the coast and give us significant amounts of snow. The NAO is fluctuations in difference of pressure between Icelandic low and the Azores high. It controls the strength and direction of the westerly winds. So when we have a positive NAO, we have warmer winters, and then when we have a negative NAO, we have colder and stormier winters. Currently at this moment, we are in a negative part of the NAO, which is what is helping us have Arctic air dig in for us to have this significant winter storm that is forecast Wednesday into Thursday. Now we look at trends. because we can't just look at something and say La Nina season, it's going to be drier. We have to look at trends and see years past, which there haven't been too many years of La Nina on record, and we have to see how it's corresponded with the NAO and the MJO. So far, there's 4 years on record of a moderate La Nina, and you can see there's mixed totals there. We have above average, we have 1995, 96, we had almost 76 inches of snow. But then you go just a few years back to 2011 and 12, we only had 7.4 inches. So we move on to a strong La Nina season, and the same thing. We have mostly below average snowfall amounts, but we moved to 2010 and 2011, we almost had 62 inches of snow in Central Park. So what does that mean? We look at La Nina with the MJO and the NAO, and we see how everything stacks up. So circled here, you can see we had La Nina 1955 and 56. We had a negative NAO, and we had above average snowfall, almost 8 to 9 inches above average, 33.5 inches. Same thing in 1995-96, as I previously mentioned. We had a negative NAO. We had well above average. 2010 to 2011, negative NAO. We had well above average. And then you look at the years we had positive NAOs. You had in 1988 to 89, we had a 1.5 to 3 NAO, and we had an 8.1 total of snowfall. The 1998 to 99, we had a plus 1 NAO, 12.7 inches. So there is a correspondence there. And so far early in this winter, we are looking at a negative NAO, which may give us a decent amount of snowfall. So what is my forecast? Typically in a La Nina season, especially this year where we have a moderate to strong La Nina, we're going to see above average temperatures. But that does not mean that we are going to see below average snowfall. We're definitely going to see more than we saw last year, and I think we're going to see slightly above average. So anywhere between 27 to 31 inches of snow in Central Park. As you move north and west of the city, a little bit more than that. And really, most of us could see a pretty decent chunk of that eaten out of that forecast with the storm coming on Wednesday and Thursday. So Wednesday and Thursday storm. A major storm is becoming increasingly likely. We have moderate to heavy snowfall likely, and the heaviest snowfall totals are based on location of the low pressure in areas of heaviest banding of snow. Later on tonight, I will be working on a new video showing different forecast models and how significant just a 20 to 30 mile area or movement of the storm could make on your forecast. It can mean anything from having 18 inches to 2 feet of snow to only having 6 to 10 inches. So it could be a big significant difference there, especially between two major models that I am looking at. Last thing, 2020 Christmas star, the Great Conjunction. We will see the Great Conjunction on December 21st, which is the winter solstice, the start of winter. What is the Great Conjunction? It is Saturn and Jupiter coming close to one another and aligning with one another. Close, 450 miles apart. What this means for us on Earth? Saturn and Jupiter will appear as one giant star in the sky. The last Great Conjunction occurred in 1623, but was not visible from Earth. The last visible Great Conjunction to Earth occurred in the year 1226. So take advantage of this on December 21st. It is best viewed from the southwest sky an hour or two after sunset, especially for us further north in the United States. It is very important to be looking at the sky an hour or two after sunset, or else you may miss it. If you miss it, the next visible Great Conjunction will be in the year 2080. So take advantage of this. It is very special. It is a great time of year. 2020 has not been the most special year for most people, but this is definitely a great way to end it. So, especially as Christmas and New Year's approaches. So, as I mentioned, I will have a video. I will be working on a video for the major snowstorm on Wednesday and Thursday later tonight. Hopefully, I can get it out to you guys tonight. If you like this video, please like it, subscribe to my channel. Otherwise, I will talk to you guys tonight when I release my video. Have a good night. Stay safe.